The Great Camel Race, written by Sarah Palmer, illustrated by Emma Stuart. Matilda the camel's a prize-winning breed. She possesses no charm but has plenty of speed. She's the ongoing champ of the Great Camel Race, but this year her riders pulled out in disgrace. Matilda is groomed and prepared for the day. Her toenails are clipped and her saddle is weighed. Her new rider, Gar, will be racing this year. He's new to the game and is panicked with fear. The arena is full at the Territory Park. Matilda is lacking her usual spark. Her blanket is red with a black number 8, and she's in a bad mood as she enters the gate. The riders mount up and are ready to race. The opponents are fierce from all over the place. There's Monty, Shabina, and Neddy and Flynn, Sandy and Morris, and old Uncle Jim. The runners are called up to stand in their place. Each Aussie is pumped for the Great Camel Race. The riders assemble, they're ready to start. The camels are edgy, they spit and they snarl. On your mark, now get set, the announcement is made. The spectators' hats are the only real shade. The gun goes off, bang! The crowd gives a cheer, and into the dust, riders all disappear. Shabina shoots out like a Great Eastern Brown. This year she's determined to take out the crown. The rest of the herd lumbers off fairly slow, but the kids spur the camels on, go Aussie go! Matilda sits down and refuses to move. She's stubborn and cranky and licking her hooves. Uncle Jim's walking backwards, and that's the wrong way. At this rate, to finish will take him all day. Monty starts well inside of the rail, then all of a sudden he bites Sandy's tail. Sandy rears up in a line of defence, and her rider comes off and lands over the fence. It's now neck and neck between the first two. Shabina bounds on like a red kangaroo. Morris gets tired and drops from the pace, while Neddy takes over. He's in second place. Matilda jumps up and she stands on her feet. She decides that she's ready and wants to compete. She swiftly takes off and then gallops full stride, with Gar hanging on with 2 hands for dear life. Matilda has plenty of ground to make up, but she has enough drive. She can still win the cup. Gar closes his eyes and he tightens his grip, but slips off one side and hangs on at the hip. Shabina and Monty collide on the bend. It seems that their race for this year's at an end. Their riders are cranky, they're dazed and confused, and are left on the track feeling battered and bruised. Gar is exhausted and red in the face, climbing back in the saddle to finish the race. He's confident now and can taste a great win, so he urges Matilda to keep charging in. Matilda keeps running, she picks up the speed. She's on the home straight and is close to the lead. There's one more to beat, it's the favourite Flynn. Gar shouts to Matilda, come on, we can win! The dust and the sand scatter up from the track. The tension is high in the central outback. The crowd explodes with encouraging cheers. It's the mightiest comeback they've seen in years. Matilda takes over her great rival Flynn, and Gar is set up for a jubilant win. When a feathery figure runs onto the track, Gar's menacing friend, the old emu, is back. A late entry now to the Great Camel Race, and the emu is streaking along at good pace. He chases Matilda, who goes into shock when emu starts pecking at Gar's stripy sock. The emu keeps darting alongside of Gar when Matilda takes off like a bright shooting star. The line is in sight, he can see the great cup. The emu's defeated, he's now given up. Matilda and Gar cross in front of the rest. Matilda is clearly the territory's best. She's taken the race and she's still number 1. Gar's charged with excitement and parched from the sun. Matilda and Gar celebrate a big win, a perpetual trophy. Gar boastfully grins. Gar pampers Matilda, but gets a surprise. You see, the sly emu has stolen the prize. The end.